Welcome to Restaurant Recipe Recreations, a channel dedicated to teaching you how to create your favorite signature dishes from the most popular restaurants. And in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to recreate the Thai blazing noodles from Peiwei Diner. Peiwei Diner is the fast casual counter service offshoot of the popular restaurant chain P.F. Chang's. On Peiwei's very own Facebook page, they asked their fans what their favorite dish of all time was at Peiwei. And their fans responded with the Thai blazing noodles. And then asked the question, but why did you take it off your menu? Now, with my 25 years of experience in the restaurant industry, I have never understood why restaurants have the tendency to take some of their audience's favorite dishes off of their menu. It's like when Ben & Jerry's takes some of their fan favorites and puts them in the Ben & Jerry's graveyard. I still, to this day, have never gotten over the notion of never again in my life being able to have Ben & Jerry's Cool Britannia ice cream. Why? It was so good. But these Thai blazing noodles are off of the P.F. Chang's menu, and everything that I've researched says that they are not coming back. So if you are one of the Peiwei fans that responded with Thai blazing noodles as your favorite Peiwei dish, then have no fear. I have the recipe for you here. And if you've never heard of Peiwei or if you've never had this dish, then this will be a whole new experience for you, and hopefully it'll become one of your favorites as well. What the Thai blazing noodles are a stir fry of extra wide rice noodles, chicken, Thai basil, snap peas, carrot, scallion, and all tossed together in a slightly spicy blazing sauce. And we're gonna be doing all of that stir fry in my brand new wok that I just got for Mother's Day, which might be one of the favorite gifts that I've ever gotten in my life. I mean, not, like the favorite, but one of the favorites. If you're like me and you geek out over new kitchen equipment or kitchen appliances for gift-giving occasions, go ahead and let me know about it in the comments section, because I feel that you and I are probably kindred spirits. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with Peiwei's Thai blazing noodles. And if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. So we're going to start with 6 ounces of a premium soy sauce. I happen to like this Silver Swan. Go ahead and use whatever brand you prefer. Kikkoman works well. And 6 ounces is the equivalency to 3/4 of a cup. So I've got here a 1/4 cup. We're gonna do 3 of these. Next, we're going to do 3 ounces of an oyster sauce. Now, 3 ounces is the equivalency to 6 US tablespoons. So let's go ahead and do 6 tablespoons of the oyster sauce, 2 ounces or 4 tablespoons of Hoi Fong sriracha sauce. And obviously it's the sriracha that gives it that hot flavor, that blazing flavor is what they like to refer to it as. If you want to cut back a little bit on the spice, by all means you can go ahead and do that, but this is what the recipe calls for. 4 tablespoons of rice vinegar. And next is 6 tablespoons or 3 ounces of ketchup. Now, before you all get up in my and run down to the comments section to cuss me out about using ketchup, which has happened before, I want you to know that this recipe for the Thai blazing noodles comes directly from Peiwei Diner. So if you don't like the notion of ketchup being in this dish, don't be upset with me about it. This is Peiwei's recipe. It's still a delicious dish, and in all honesty, you're not gonna know that there's ketchup in it. So you want 6 tablespoons of the ketchup. Use a high quality ketchup, obviously, like Heinz. And then lastly, 1 teaspoon of fresh ground black pepper. And now just give that a mix and set this off to the side. So to a very large pot of unsalted boiling water, you want to add 1 pound of the extra large wide rice noodles. Now you can definitely find these in your local Asian market, and you could probably find these in your local grocery store as well, but you do want to make sure that they're the extra large and wide rice noodles. Go ahead and drop your noodles into the boiling water. And in cooking these noodles, you want to make sure that you cook them to 1 minute less than the package instructions. You want to make sure that they are quite al dente so that they don't all break apart in the wok. Once you have cooked your rice noodles to very al dente, strain them in a colander and then run them under very cold water. 1 medium beefsteak tomato. Cut your beefsteak tomato into 1/4 inch dice. I have 3/4 of a cup of snap peas that you'll want to clean. And you clean a snap pea by clearing out the fibrous thread down the center. Sometimes you get a little bit of a better traction than others. This one right here, so you'll pinch the end and then pull the thread out just like so. And that just makes them nicer to eat so they're not tough in the center. And I have 1/3 cup of Thai basil. Now, Thai basil is different than your typical Italian basil. It's also called purple basil. As you can see, it has a purple stem here. And the leaves are a little bit smaller, but they have a very unique flavor from the standard Italian basil. It might be a little bit tricky to find Thai basil, but you'll definitely be able to find it in your local Asian market. And now for the chicken. We're going to do this in an assembly line. I have here 2 pounds of chicken breast. In this bowl, we're going to put 2 cups of whole milk, 1 egg, a dash of white pepper, and a pinch of salt. And then just whisk that mixture together until the egg is beaten in. And then in this dish, we're just going to put regular cornstarch. And that is to dredge the chicken. And then you just need a clean plate to transfer onto the chicken. So cut your chicken into 2-inch squares, about like so. Keep in mind that the chicken should be bite-sized so that if you prefer to eat this dish with chopsticks, it's easy enough to do that. And then once you've cut your chicken into your cubes, go ahead and drop it into the milk and egg mixture. Toss the chicken around in the milk, the egg, and the white pepper mixture. Transfer your chicken to the cornstarch and toss it around in that. And then knocking off any excess, go ahead and put it onto the clean plate. And then just repeat the process. Feel free to add some more cornstarch as needed if you're struggling to get the chicken to be fully coated. And there you go. Let's get the wok going, and we're going to stir fry this all together. For this particular dish, you want to make sure that your wok is on the highest heat setting possible, so I have mine on sear, and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of canola oil. When your wok is very, very hot, go ahead and add your chicken. 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. And now stir fry the chicken for about 3 or 4 minutes until the chicken is cooked all the way through. Next, we're going to add 1/2 cup of sliced carrot coins and your snap peas. And stir fry those with the chicken until they're softened. Once the snap peas and the carrots have softened, we're going to add back in our sauce. And now add in your noodles. Let's get your tomato in there. 1/3 cup of scallion or green onion. A tablespoon of cilantro. And the 1/3 cup of your Thai basil leaves. And then just gently toss all of those ingredients until they're well incorporated. So I looked down at my black shirt and realized that I was covered in cornstarch. So I had to switch it up. But that's okay because this apron cracks me up. And of course is from the GOAT TV show Breaking Bad, in case you didn't know, but you probably already knew that. Okay, y'all, there is your Thai blazing noodles from peiwei. And you'll never have to go without it again. Now, if only I could find a way to recreate Ben & Jerry's Cool Britannia ice cream. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And until I see you all again, make it an awesome, awesome day. Cheers. I love y'all.